Nice to see you again. Right, we've got 3 or 4 subjects to cover today, and none of them for a change sport related. It's all to do with entertainers and entertainment. The first being the biggest, well, some would say the biggest entertainer of all, the Don, Donald Trump. Before I go any further, let me apologise again for the fleece. It's fleece day today. If you seen me message last week regarding the fleece, it stays the same. Please, if you see the wife, don't let her know I'm wearing it. She doesn't like it at all. She'll be very disappointed. In fact, she'll be very mad. And I don't want a night full of silence. So, if you see her, don't let her know. Right, the Don. Well, some would say he's a politician. Some would say he has been a president. I would say he's definitely in the entertainment category. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He might even be the David Brent of politics. He may well be. Well, some might say I'm president, but I class myself as an entertainer. Everyone has fun working with me. I could see the Don saying that. I could see that. But obviously after the news yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before, the lady there that's took him to court and won a lawsuit for £5 million. I see the Don's come out today, or maybe yesterday with the time differences, and again stated, I don't know her, don't know who she is, I can't remember her, may have had my picture took with her, but 30 years ago, don't know who she is. She looked 60, 30 years ago, I think he said. Which isn't very nice, but his final insult is, she's a whack job. Okay then, Don, we'll explore that one. She's a whack job. She says, I thought it was sexual assault, it was actually rape. She says you raped her 30 or 40 years ago in a hotel room. You say you don't even know who she is. Someone says she's got no reason to lie. Others would say, well, she's got 5 million reasons to lie. But what I don't get, Don, Donald, and you're calling the lady a whack job, is she's gone and took you to court. The court's found in her favour and granted her £5 million of your money. You've not even gone to court to defend yourself. Now, you're happy, although you say you're going to contest it, you're happy for it to go to court for someone that you've never ever met, somebody that you don't know, and you've certainly never raped. You're happy to pay £5 million, are you? Well, that's clever. What school did you go to? Did you go to the same school as Prince Andrew? I mean, I know you lived in different countries, but did he school over there? Did you school over here and I didn't know about it? Because he did the same, didn't he? But it cost him about 15 million. But again, he sort of knew this girl, but he'd never done anything with her. He'd never slept with her. He didn't know what age she was anyway, but he didn't know this girl. I mean, in fact, at the time he was said to have been seen her because he believes the photo might have been doctored. He was actually in a pizza restaurant somewhere with his daughters, so he never knew who she was. But again, he never went to court, and I think he paid 15 million. Anyway, whether you went to the same school or not, you've took a leaf out of his book. You've not bothered to go to court. You've been found against, and you're paying 5 mil. And you say she's the whack job. Words fail me, Donald. Words fail me. But what I don't understand, and this is what I really don't understand, a year or two after this big, is it the Weinstein fiasco, this saga, and is it the Me Too movement where women stick together and tell the stories about what's happened to them in the past and share the stories and get together and take Weinstein to court? And obviously he was found guilty in the end as well, although he's in jail. You've escaped that, Donald. Everybody, from what I can gather, within the country was against him. Everybody. I'm looking at or listening to people at your political rallies yesterday in America, women especially, and they're still saying they will support you. Some are saying they support you whatever. Some say that, well, it doesn't matter what you've done in your private life, it's all about running the country. I don't get that. And some are saying she's just a liar. They believe you. But I would have thought, Donald, America, I put myself in that position. If I was a supporter of the Dons, even a fervent supporter, if he'd gone to court for raping another female, one of my sisters, because I thought they stuck together, women, if he went to court for raping a young lady in America, got found in her favour, and ultimately had to pay 5 million, I don't know how I could look myself in the eye again if I was to vote for you again. More so the fact that you never even went to court to defend yourself. Because I would have always believed if somebody really genuinely isn't guilty, they would do everything they can to prove that they aren't guilty and go into court to face the accuser and to have your own day in court and your say in court, I would imagine would be the most important thing in your world. But to not turn up and be found against, well, I'm flabbergasted. I mean, that to me tells me you're guilty. Now, I don't know whether that's the case or not, but from an outsider looking in, I would suggest you'd be guilty. And were I a woman in America, I could never vote for you again. I couldn't as a guy, to be honest with you, but a woman, definitely. If you've raped a fellow woman, a young defenceless woman, in a hotel room, 30, 40 years later or not, I just couldn't, I couldn't look myself in the eye and vote for you. But I know there's some from America watching now, but I tell you what, America, you're different than we are over here. You are, honestly. I honestly do believe if that court case had been over here against the next Prime Minister of ours who was re-standing for office, should that ever happen, I don't think they'd get any votes whatsoever. The women especially would just desert them in droves, absolutely in droves. But you're a much more either forgiving or there's another word with F that I can think of. Something up? No, I can't use that word. Forgiving or, well, I'll say silly rather than stupid. Silly, not race of people, breed of people. Well, it's just silly people. I cannot believe that somebody's been found guilty of rape and that hasn't even bothered to turn up to contest it, would still be voted for by fellow women. I can't. But that's me. We're all different, aren't we? But that's my opinion anyway. Make of it what you will.